Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of The Dig. Last we left off, we had to go through the mysterious tunnel. Well, not the mysterious tunnel so much as the mysterious tram, because when we pressed the button for the tram last time, nothing happened. So now it's time we push the button and find out where we need to go. Wrong button. Do it like that. Now aren't we the maintenance engineers of the universe? Fix the tram and everything. Alright, come on, Lowe, we gotta move. Camera's taking forever, it's like, wait. Gotta pan. All cinematic like. It's like, no, you don't. You can just skip back over to Lowe. We know what's gonna happen. We walk inside the gopher ball here, or the gerbil ball here, and go for it. and we head to our destination. And we're treated to yet another very pretty tunnel scene. Some of them are reused, I believe. I think there's only like 2 unique ones, maybe 3 unique ones. Mysterious Island! You'd have to expect that these things would eventually fall apart one day, but they didn't. Which means they're either made of very, very, very tough branches, or very, very, very branchy looking... No, that's not what I meant to do. Very, very, very branchy looking stone. I believe... No, that's back to the tram. No, I thought that was our bridge there, but we're not high enough for that to be our bridge. So we're going to head up to the plateau, and the plateau should have our bridge on it. Now, at this point in the game, the bridges do start to become more useful, I believe, if I'm on the right island. I have to remember which island we are, because I know that we have one additional island at least to open up, because there are 5. There are, 5 cardinal points, I guess you can say, instead of 4. Take your time, Lowe. No, really, Lowe. Feel free to... There you go. Ah, yes, here we are. Stone plate.
I can't move this thing with my bare hands. It's half buried in dirt and rubble.
It's half buried in shovel, you say?
Let's see if this plate can be moved.
The most useful item in the game, ladies and gentlemen, the shovel. It gets more uses than anything else in our inventory, and I love it. Aha, we have a hole. Now, if I remember correctly, yes, we have to go down inside the hole.
Could this be some sort of burial chamber?
Alright, so you remember from the artifact, or from the wall sconce, or whatever you want to call it, that burial chamber had some very special stuff in it. Hey, look, we got the lights to work! And if we step over this way, I believe this little platform right here has a little secret.
Whoa! The stone is loose.
Yes, it is. Now, this room is kind of annoying, and I say that because there's nothing to indicate that you're supposed to put the light device in the hole there. I think you just kind of have to fill, do your inventory. And then this little guy right here has a little bit of a problem because he doesn't tell you that you're going to need this either.
That should hold it.
Yeah, see, there's no indication there at all in the background that suggests that there's a place to put a steel rod there to hold that in place. I don't even remember how I remember doing that. I think I just tried heavy stuff in my inventory. Anything he said was heavy. And then we didn't want to clean this off.
There's something smooth under the dirt. A lens. Light must pass through it down into...
Well, Lowe's not going to say anything, but there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our first glimpse of a real-life, true alien. Looks kind of like a cross between a crab and a wolf angel thing. Touch it, Lowe.
I worry this statue is life-sized. I hope I don't get kicked out for destroying the exhibit.
It's a very old exhibit. And I believe if we... I keep right-clicking. I don't mean to keep right-clicking. I do apologize for that.
This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important.
Okay, yeah. Now, I do remember what we have to do here. We can't access the crypt just yet because we don't know how. We have to actually learn how. And to do that, we'll continue down the path. Ah, so we have an engraving here. This is nice. and it shows... Well, it shows a lot of garbage, really. It actually kind of shows a little star-looking thing here, and then... Oh, here you go. It shows the light here, and a bunch of symbols. But other than that, it really doesn't show anything. So it's a really worn-out symbol. So let's go ahead and use the light bridge. And once more, we look at our little thing here, and we got a couple more symbols. We have the LucasArts symbol here. We have another Star Destroyer and a TIE Interceptor here. There's a couple other items around here, but I don't think any of them actually stand out, at least not to me. This, of course, is a bent arrow, and I'm not sure what the bent arrow is all about. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like the warranty must have run out on this light bridge.
Well, let's fix it, Lowe. And I believe to do that, we just need to adjust.
Just needs a little adjustment.
I think I've adjusted again.
Okay, so maybe it needs a little more adjustment.
Just a little more adjustment. That should be right. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, so that's 3 out of 5. That's not bad. So that's over halfway. Well, you know, if you count 2.5 as halfway. So 3 out of 5 is over halfway. And we're doing good. We're doing good. Let's keep moving. Strange bat-like creatures. We're going to ignore them because they're creepy.
Here you are, Brink. You haven't been answering.
I was busy, trying to concentrate on my work. I don't have time for interruptions.
In other words, you want me to go away.
Those are the right words. Go away.
Well, we're going to ignore Brink's request, and we're going to actually bug him as soon as I can find my... There it is, okay. Had to wait for him to animate out. Yeah, we're going to bug Brink here for a little bit, because that is what we do. As you can tell, he seems extremely agitated, and he's working very, 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 very hard at whatever this pile of rock is.
Brink, what's the project you're working on here?
You're not a scientist. There's no way you could understand it.
Oh, I get it. I can figure out alien technologies, turn the power on, work the tram system, adjust the light bridge lenses, repair broken door control panels, and even resurrect one dead scientist. But no, I'd never understand your work.
I know you mean well, Commander Lowe, but I'm not working at the level of ordinary human beings right now.
Okay, so Brink has come to the point where he believes he's a living man god, or a god king, or whatever you want to call it, and thus he's insulting everybody around him, especially Lowe, of course, because Lowe is just a lowly mission commander, and he doesn't know anything, even though he did all those things he just said, which is great.
Brink, I'm worried about your health.
Don't be. I've never felt better.
Your behavior isn't rational.
What do you know about my behavior? What do you know about my rationality? No one has ever been healthier or more rational than I am right now.
Well, okay, Mr. Spock.
Maggie's worried about you. Okay, I am too.
I'm fine, Commander. I've never felt better.
But we're just...
I am fine!
Now shut up before I brain you with a rock.
Maggie's work on data retrieval is going well.
Then go talk to Maggie about it.
You know, she might be able to help you, Brink, I don't know, with words and stuff.
I'm worried that these life crystals may have side effects.
The only side effect is the envy of people who haven't used them.
Have you used more of them?
Their effect on health and intelligence increases with each use.
What about their effect on sanity?
These life crystals are the most important technology ever created. They are the answer to everything.
Okay, so he's been like ODing on life crystals, which is probably not a good thing when you're already alive.
With all your newfound brilliance, Brink, can you make any sense out of this?
I don't have time to analyze every meaningless bit of debris you pick up and carry around with you, Commander Lowe.
Yeah, if it's not a life crystal, I don't care.
These light bridges link the spires. It's a lot faster than using the trams.
I'm so happy for you.
Well, it was helpful for you too, Brink.
I found a bunch of these metal plates. When we've got them all, maybe we can go home. You remember home, don't you, Brink? Earth, family, friends, food.
You're doing very well, Commander Lowe. By all means, go find the rest of the metal plates. Go quickly. Go now.
Go away! In all honesty, though, you know, I don't know why Lowe thinks the metal plates just will instantly take you home. I guess that's really the only thing he can latch onto, because you took 5 metal plates inside of an alien spaceship, put them in place, and it brought you here. So you have to assume if you find 5 additional metal plates here, and you use them here, that it's going to take you back to wherever you started from. That is the assumption, of course. Or at least that they're important enough that you should go after them, irregardless of what they really do.
I don't know what you're doing right now, Brink, but those ghosts had things they wanted us to do, and we need to get home. And you're not doing either one.
What I'm doing is more important. But I'll never accomplish anything while I have incessant interruptions.
Alright, alright, alright. We're done talking.
Thanks.
Okay, he's gonna go back to work, and we're just gonna leave him be because he has gone batty. Like, very batty. So now we know where Brink is at, of course, and so we're gonna head back out. Now, we are missing something important. And I have to remember what it is that we're missing that's so important. We found that green rod, didn't we? Ah, yeah, I think one of the rods we were using we haven't used yet. Let me check our inventory. This time I meant to hit the right button. Yes, we have not used the green rod. I don't remember using that particular combination, which means there's a door we haven't been through yet. And since there's a door we haven't been through yet, we have to head back to the central station. Oops. I did not mean to double-click that, but that's okay because Lowe takes a very long time to go down that hill anyway. So we'll head back to the station, and then the central hub, I guess you can say. And then from there, we will come back or we will go through the last door? Second to last door? I think it's the last actual coded door. Next stop, Grand Central Station. I love those little walkways. Kind of reminds me of the little walkways from the Flight of the Navigator, the little staircase that comes down and goes zoop, 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 zoop. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. If you have ever saw it, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you're like, huh? But yeah, it's really awesome. I always really like those stairs. They always look so smooth to me, you know? Alright, so this is our last door, so let's go ahead and open up the door. Now, to open up the door, we need to double check our key, which is the most complex one we've had so far. Square, octagon, triangle. I know they're not triangles, they're pyramids, but it's easier to go with the two-dimensional shape. So square, octagon, triangle, and that's red, green, blue, red. Alright, so that's red when we get to red. And that's red, and it's square. Not that square, that square. Green, and this is blue, so I have to go all the way through the green. You should get back to blue, right? Okay, and then we want to go to red, which should be next. Did I not do that right? Did we not do that right? Square, octagon, triangle, red, green, blue, red. Okay, it should have worked.
Why didn't it work?
Oh, okay, even Lowe was wondering why it didn't work. Ah, so we have to fix the door, because the door is broken. So let's go ahead and get that panel unlocked there.
Let's see if we can pry the cover off.
Now, this puzzle really isn't that convoluted, but you have to know that you can pry that cover off, no matter what you use, because if you didn't know that you could pry that cover off, this puzzle can get really weird. So we're going to put the wire with the panel here. And then we're going to give it a little bit of a jump start.
Let's see if we can get something flowing from this broken conduit on the floor. If I don't electrocute myself in the process. I should have been an electrician.
Yeah, because that's so much harder than being an astronaut. Alright, the door is open. Time to go. Ooh, this tram did not survive well. It had a big issue. Earthquakes or something similar. Or maybe this tram is just one of the most disused trams in the place. But you'd have to figure that the way the tram works, if you take a look at how the ground is broken there, you'd have to wonder if that would interfere with how well the tram functions. Since it runs in the lower basin, I would assume that it wouldn't, unless something projected itself in, like, wide enough to be in the lower basin. But it looks like nothing there projected itself that far, even though it did come close. And here we go again. Second to last island, I believe. Or at least second to last bridge. Did we miss a bridge? Ooh, maybe we missed a bridge. Ooh, now that I think about it, we may have missed one. Gonna have to go back and check. Not the tram, go that way, Lowe. Lowe. Lowe, 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 Lowe. Not the tram, Lowe. Ledge, there it is, okay. Lost track of them there for a second. Alright, so we want to go... Well, for lack of a better option, we want to go this way. Oh, Lowe. I love how you take so long so that we can stare at these magnificent vistas that the artist took so long to put together. Actually, I take a long time too, considering it's all rocks. Alright, so we have a ledge and we have a pit. We'll head to the pit. To the pit! Ooh, more bats. You stay there, bats. Leave me alone. I'm not in the mood for you. Are they vampire bats? Are they fruit bats? What do they eat? They're still alive, so what do they eat? It's still here. Unless they ate all the people on this planet. You never know. Bats may have gotten hungry. Ooh, pretty time. Now, before we mess around with this machine, we're gonna head this way. Because there should be yet another light bridge in this direction. I hope. And there it is. So let's go ahead and play with a strange device here really quick. And we'll take another look at the symbols. So right here we have a little Death Star. Love the little Death Star. Another, looks like half of a TIE fighter, or TIE advanced fighter. A very crude drawing of an A-wing right here, and then I guess this could be considered partially a Millennium Falcon, but it's actually very convoluted. But if you took a look at it, this would be like the Death Star.
Another broken light bridge.
Well, not everything can last forever, Lowe. So, do we need the panel on this one? Ah, so for this one we need to adjust the panel. And this is actually
this is what's in the guts of these machines.
This is a very, very, very fun puzzle, and you can probably even find mini-games nowadays. Like, not mini-games, but actual games that are puzzles like this. Actually, I think I've played a game very similar to this. So what you have to do, of course, is you have to go to each individual thing here. Here you go. Alright, so for this one we want blue, which goes that way, we want red, which goes that way, and then we want green, which goes
Pretty
that way.
impressive for someone who never took a class in alien physics.
Well, they're light beams, Lowe. Come on, it's not that complex, alright? So let's go ahead, and the button should work without any adjustments. And there it is. Yeah, I'm thinking we missed a bridge there. Sometimes that happens, sometimes you miss a bridge, sometimes not, but that's okay. We missed a bridge, we can always go back and figure out which one it is, and then light it up when we get there. So now, before we continue, or not before we continue, but before we go find the light bridge, we have to worry about this little guy. So as you can see, we have yet another one of these. Now this, of course, is very, very, very annoying for a slightly different reason. Now you have to go through we have to cycle through all of these, and they're so, it's just, it's not annoying, but it can be, you know? So let's see, blue square, red block, blue octagon, blue octagon. So it says blue square. It's gonna take us a little while to get there. Blue square, there you go. Red block, right? Yep. And then blue octagon, blue octagon. And this is it's a really nice system. It's a fairly ingenious system, and it kind of explains why they use the blocks in the long run. But at the same time, it is such an annoying system because you just have to click and click and click and click and click. But if you're not in a hurry, it's not so bad. There you go.
Amazing map system. You don't even have to refold it when you're done.
So as Lowe has so kindly pointed out in his own special way, this is a mapping system, and what it does is it shows you locations within locations. Now that one was a very generic location, so we're going to go blue triangle, green block, and blue square. So we're already on... Oh, I gotta go all the way around. I'm sure there's a more efficient way to do this, if we were to cycle through only the ones that we needed. But I'll just do it the way that I found them in my inventory for safety purposes. And I've already forgotten what that was again. Let's see, it was a purple and the orange one. Blue, yeah, triangle, okay, blue triangle, green block. We'll go with the green block next. And that's, that one, and then we want the blue one here. And right there. Alright, and then we need to go with the blue what's-its. Now once we hit it, it should automatically ignite, so it's not like we have to worry about skipping over it. So if you forget what the last one is, as long as you know what the color is, you're pretty set.
So there is more to that crypt than I first thought.
So there it is. So that's what we're looking for. If you use the mapping system, it's really interesting. If you use the mapping system, since it shows you a room or something special, it will show it to you in a way that allows you to glean a little bit of additional information for it. So it's sort of like its own internal hint system, which I really like. So blue square, excuse me, green block, red octagon, and blue square. Alright, we already have blue square. We need red octagon, I believe that was, because it's 2 green blocks and a red octagon, right? So let's go ahead and do that. That's that. And then we need to go to green block. Which, I always think it's a blue-green, and it's not. Green block. There it is. And then the next green block. Red and... Almost there. Almost there. Alright, so nothing too spectacular there. That means we got one more to go. And that's this one, so that's red square, green octagon. Yes, this is our complex rod here. So it's red, green, blue, red, square, octagon, triangle, right? Red, green, blue, red. So let's go ahead and go for blue on this one. We'll go with this one, which was red. There you go. Red, green, blue, red. And it was, again, I forget, like, you can only keep so much information in your head at the same time. So it's red and green, and that's a square and an octagon. There's the octagon, okay. So the square should be easy once we get there. So that was another red square. The red square. Wrong square. There you go. Alright, so nothing there. Now, the great part about this is because we've already unlocked the tram system, we can just walk, or the light bridge system, we can just walk from one tower right to the other without having to go back to the hub. Makes it really, 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 really awesome. So come on, Lowe, walk across that beam of light like it's nothing. Now, as you can see, the central here, we're actually going to walk to the crystal form in the middle so you can see it. So as we've ignited each of the light bridges, this crystal form has crafted itself.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
Yeah, so as Lowe stated, it's not really solid, it's just there. And so we're going to head out and we're going to see which spiral we need to go to. Or Spire. Tomb Spire, Map Spire, Museum Spire, Planetarium Spire, and then the Spire is still locked. So we want to go to the Tomb Spire because that's where the tomb is located. And then the tomb is in this direction. Alright, now we head down, and then Lowe should be able to do everything he needs to do without a... Whoa.
Now that I know what I'm looking for, maybe I can get this slab out of the way.
There it is. Although, in all honesty, if it were me, I probably would have climbed on the stupid thing to begin with. Just because, you know? I mean, the alien was standing on it, even though it might have been a really dusty statue. And then it was just, I'd be like, okay, I'll just walk on it. I'll see. Up is not where we want to go. Left is where we want to go. To the right. Not up, Low. Let's go this way. No, that way's not anything. We don't want to go up, Low. Down. Okay, left then, Low. Come on. It's not giving me an... There we go. It's not giving me an indicator, so I have to push the screen whichever way I want to go. Ah, and here it is. Okay, yeah. So we have 2 dead, broken bone things here.
Oh, now suddenly we've got guard dogs. Where did he come from, anyway?
Well, Lowe, he was there the whole time. We just, you know, had to deal with the issue with the green crystal. But I do love these little guys. They're so ugly cute, you know? Just big, huge dogs. And of course, if you guys saw the animation at the beginning, you know that I was trying to copy them with my little guy. My little guy looks nothing like them. Mine looks more like a dodonga. A really sick-looking dodonga, in all honesty. But we'll go ahead and clear up this problem real quick.
Look, it's the ugly twins.
Oops.
That worked out rather well.
Hello. It's like, that worked out okay. So we have a slot here that we need to use. Now, of all the things in our inventory, you might wonder what we'd use here. You use this one. The only rod that you can't actually look at.
The door evaporated when the engraving touched the slot. This is the engraving we found in the shipwreck. The one the first ghost gave us. This must be where the ghost wanted us to come all along.
Exactly. And here it is. Now, if you remember the engraving on the wall, it did show an alien being placed inside of a Triforce or pyramid-like structure. So here we go.
Maggie, I found something. It's far below the tomb, past some pretty ugly guards. A dead alien sealed inside a crystal pyramid.
Sounds like they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
Must have been important to him. A king or something.
Or it terrified them. Remember, this is the land of the life crystals. Dead doesn't necessarily mean dead. Maybe they were trying to keep it from being found and revived.
But this is where the ghost wanted us to go. The key to the last door was the key that the first ghost showed us, back in the ruined spaceship.
Still, you don't have a key to the pyramid, right? Besides, how do you know the ghost is our friend? Brink died by digging where the ghost pointed.
I hate not having enough information.
I'm working as fast as I can to get this stuff translated. I'm so close I can taste it.
Fine, keep working. Call me if you think of anything helpful.
Now, this is one of my most favorite interactions in the entire game. Not only because of Lowe's reactions, but honestly because I love the way the alien talks. I love how they modulated the voice. So we're going to use the engraved rod at the panel here. Making the magic happen. And then we have ourselves a life crystal. And we're going to use that on our little friend here.
He's very tall. Or I'm very short. I wish I didn't keep thinking of the term bite size. Please be friendly. I hope you're friendly. I'm certainly friendly. Let's all be friends.
Laham chianak trestolum, kalatisia nea Eklash Park.
Alright, so we can't understand a word he says, but I love how Lowe interacts with him. It's just, bite-sized, yeah. So we can ask him some questions, but we're not going to get very far.
How does it feel to be alive again after all these years? I can't believe I said something so lame.
Ihr klatsik sta.
Take me to your leader?
I'm Boston Lowe, and I've got 2 crew members around here somewhere, and we're stuck here and we need help.
Ihr klatsik sta.
Not helpful. So we can ask him about all this stuff, but he's not going to be
These
very helpful.
life crystals. I hope it's okay that we've been kind of borrowing and using them. I mean, good thing, huh? Because here you are.
Ihr klatsik sta.
Yeah, so he's just going to repeat himself, but I do love the way his voice sounds. But unfortunately, we can't converse with him because we don't know Alien, and since we don't know Alien, we have to go talk to Maggie.
Well, hey, thanks. It's been great talking to you. So long. You can go back to sleep now or whatever.
Zulsen slack not slack. He weeds an arum mainzian.
Good night.
I better tell Maggie about this.
Maggie. Come in, Maggie.
Yes? What?
Maggie, you won't believe what just happened.
Boston, I think I've got it. I've got the language. I can read this stuff now.
Can you speak it? Because I've got this...
But take this inscription here. I'm pretty sure it's talking about...
Maggie?
My mind must be playing tricks on me.
What were you saying about...
Oh! What are you? What do you want?
What's happening? What's going on?
Boston! Brink! Anybody!
Maggie! Brink! Come in, wherever you are, we need you. Something's happened to Maggie. Damn.
Well, we already know where Brink's at, but unfortunately Maggie has been hijacked by some creature. Perfect timing, right? We find the alien we need to talk to. Maggie finally figured out how to speak the language, and suddenly out of nowhere, plot twist. Isn't it always the way? But in all honesty, like I said, the entire game was taken from a script. So unlike a lot of adventure games where you go through the game, you just progress and it kind of the difficulty kind of curves a little bit and you get told a tiny little story. This actually has that moment where things start falling apart, and it makes this game really awesome in the fact that it is kind of inconveniently placed. You know, you find the alien, you need to talk to him. Maggie says she figured out the language, and then suddenly she's kidnapped. So it's like, oh, cliche plot is cliche. But in all honesty, still pretty awesome when it comes to an adventure game, because even though it's a cliche kind of movie plot, it is not a cliche adventure game plot, because you very rarely see that in an adventure game. Usually there's something big happens in an adventure game, but it doesn't change the way the gameplay plays, and it doesn't change your overall quest options, or it doesn't give you another side quest to take on. But because it has been time, because Maggie just got kidnapped, and we don't really feel like dealing with Brink again just yet, we're going to go ahead and pause here. So once again, I would like to thank you all very much for joining me, 4KB Short, on this Let's Play of The Dig. And I will see you next video.